manager decided to change to a later flight. Escobar blew up that 7 a.m. flight.
We were talking about the plane. He said the plane was paid for. I have the money order for the payment. I'll deliver it. They'll have it in a half an hour.
The bomb was already on board. It had to go off. The Medellin cartel didn't mind blowing up an airplane. It was terrorism. We were trying to corner the Republic of Colombia.
Level 16. Alright, let's see what we can do against
The bombing of the DAS security agency was the largest terrorist strike in the world. The bus didn't get inside the DAS. If it had, it would have wiped it off the planet.
A bus with a bomb on board entered this street at 7:15. 3 men came out of it. This is what was left 3 minutes later.
Yo.
Around 1989 was one of the most grueling times for the nation of Colombia and the most beneficial for the mafia.
We
basically lived in a permanent state of crisis. Public order was a huge problem.
It was a horrible way to live. I mean, there were days that there were 5 or 6 bombs going off in different parts. People walking on the street and get killed.
Today at 6:30 a.m., a car loaded with dynamite blew up in front of the El Espectador newspaper building. El Espectador newspaper has become, over the last 10 years, a symbol of the crusade against drug trafficking. Today's attack further shows the audacity of the cartel heads.
Pablo Escobar understood the media very well, but he thought, wrongly, that he could break them.
Let's start with dog poop.
For the owners of El Tiempo, we have a very, very, very big surprise. Tell them they can't even begin to imagine it. I'll tell them, and then you'll see whether they change their attitude. If they don't, you'll decide. That's all I can do. I don't own the newspaper.
At El Tiempo newspaper, where I worked, there was an anti-aircraft machine gun on the roof, as there was intelligence that they would crash a plane loaded with explosives.
In a climate of war in which many died but no one was captured, President Gaviria took office.
This is gonna be fucking...
A group of very important national journalists was kidnapped with the purpose of repealing the possibility of extradition to the U.S.
We started to develop what at that time was a very controversial policy. A policy we called submission to justice. This policy, used in other countries of the world, such as the U.S. and Italy, involves the reduction of sentences for confessed crimes for those that submit themselves voluntarily to justice, guaranteeing that they will be tried in their country of origin.
So tell me more or less what he said.
The president said they're considering a treatment that is less harsh
no, he's gonna use
for
fucking
those
arrows.
who submit themselves to justice.
I already knew that shit.
Okay. Any side of them cozying up is good.
That might have
Back
worked
then, the
in my
longest
favor.
prison sentence was 30 years. We got 7 off for turning ourselves in, 7 for confessing, 7 more for work and education.
It worked for a good number of them, but it didn't work for Escobar.
Escobar refused to turn himself in until
You think you're the
extradition was
only one with
revoked.
arrows?
We were gambling the future of the country. My editorial column was very aggressive towards Escobar and the drug traffickers. It put me in the eye of the hurricane.
Ah, look at that.
Last night, a group of 6 men with police badges kidnapped the chief editor of the El Tiempo newspaper, Francisco Santos. I asked, whose hands am I in, the guerrillas or Pablo Escobar's? He had a Medellin accent, so I said, it's Escobar. Yes, Escobar, he said. I said, well, I'm done. This flame represents Colombia's hope for peace. It will burn here in Plaza de Bolivar.